Welcome to a new science class. Do you remember when we talked about rainforests in our country, Ecuador? The richness of these ecosystems deserves a special attention, and for that reason, you will learn today some more about rainforests. We said that rainforests have special characteristics. First, the name comes from the high amount of water or rain they receive during the same year. Second, tropical rainforests are located near the equator line. Since our country is crossed by the equator, there are many rainforests in our country. They have a dense vegetation. The climate is warm and it's wet. They cover 6 to 7% of the Earth's surface and contain half of all plants and animal species in the world. 1 square kilometer of rainforests contain as many as 375 flowering plants, 188 species of trees, 100 species of birds, and about 38 species of butterflies. Rainforests provide people with many of the things we use in our daily life. For example, medicine, chocolate, spices such as ginger, vanilla, and others, rubber, pineapples, and even bamboo. Bamboo is a kind of wood that is used by many people around the world and in our country too, due to its low price compared with other types of wood. Fruits and many other agricultural products are also grown in the forests. Due to the great amount of trees and vegetation in rainforests, they have been divided in some layers. These are the layers of rainforests. First, the emergent layer. This is the layer that you can easily see if you're traveling by plane. It is very sunny because it's at the top. This layer has the tallest trees, which means they have very tall trunks too. You can find eagles and monkeys in this layer, but also some butterflies and bats. The second layer is the canopy. This is the layer that comes right after the canopy. It is a kind of roof on top of other layers. There are lots of leaves and branches in this layer, and there are lots of food too. For that reason, many animals live in this layer. Animals such as toucans, some frogs, and even snakes. The next layer is the understory layer. The young trees, ferns, and plants are in the understory. Many of the young trees and plants never grow to adults because the canopy blocks out most of the sunlight. Trees are so dense that rain might take 10 minutes to reach the ground. In this area, you can see many insects, jaguars, leopards, and frogs. The last layer is the forest floor layer. There is not much light in this layer. That means it's dark. This layer is damped, and there are many dead leaves, twigs, and dead plants. It can take also up to 10 minutes for rainfall to reach all the way down to this layer. Many reptiles live in the forest floor layer as well as giant anteaters. Let's see if you identify the layer of the rainforest in the following picture. First picture. If you notice, there are lots of dead leaves there. Which layer do you think it is? You probably said the forest floor. If you did, you're right. Next picture, please. Okay, on this picture, you can see branches and leaves of trees. You can also see smaller plants. Which layer do you think it is? Of course, it's the canopy. The last picture. This picture shows small plants young trees. You know it, it is the understory. Why are rainforests important? Well, I guess you already know some of the reasons. First, the biodiversity of plants and animals that live there. Second, 1/3 of the medicines of the world come from the rainforests. Third, they are the habitat for indigenous people who have been there for hundreds and hundreds of years. Last but not least important, more than 20% of the oxygen from the world is provided by the rainforests. Rainforests are nowadays in danger for many reasons. In some countries, there is danger of deforestation, since trees are being cut for wood. As you know, wood is used to make houses, furniture, and even paper. Another problem is the great amount of industries that make roads and build companies to get oil or extract these petroleum or other minerals out of the ground. While doing this, not only that they cut down trees, but they also contaminate the environment. If tourism continues to grow, this industry will build more and more hotels and attractions, disturbing the life of many indigenous people who live in these areas, trying to get away from civilization, and also destroying the habitat of many species. It is everyone's responsibility to take care of these ecosystems, not only because of the biodiversity of species, but also because, as we said before, 20% of the world's oxygen is produced here. If rainforests disappeared, air pollution will be a tremendous problem for our planet. Hope after watching this video, you keep an eye on what's going on with rainforests all over the world and take actions with some things you can do as children, such as using less paper, for example, walking or using your bike instead of the car, for instance, to use less oil, and recycling products to avoid more air pollution from factories. See you in our next science class.